this. But hold on, did they didn't expressly ban multi-boxing though? Yo, hold up. Hold up. It doesn't. They're not banning multi-boxing though, right? It's just commonly used in multi-boxing. Like they're not saying no multi-boxing. So you can probably still multi-box if you like have all the clients up in front of you and you just like click inside of them like crazy or something, right? But yeah, that's way less impact. What do you guys think of this? I think it's harder to find multi-box. Only 1 year too late, but good for TBC. Now it's basically banned. Now they're just giving people a chance to stop doing it. I'm sure this is a dumb loop around. Yeah, you can't tab through 18 accounts. Guys, yo, for the longest time, bro. I hate to be that dude, like, just always, like, trying to complain or something, but it affected me more than it affected most people, like, because I did it on launch, right? So on launch, we killed Rag day 9. I leveled a mage, like, right after. Got, like, week 2 or week 3. Got him up and started multi-boxing him for, like, the first phase. And the main reason I wanted to do it was basically to get advantage over other players, you know, like, just be able to take portals everywhere, get unlimited inventory space, polymorph myself when I got low. You know, just slash duel myself, polymorph myself. I would pretty much be unkillable. A 1v1 as a Soul Link Warlock with a Major behind me. And I eventually, I kind of realized that it's not good for the game. And stopped doing it. So, but for the longest time, man, that was the thing that was taking the wind out of my sails, is the way I was explaining it, because I am kind of an entrepreneur at heart. Like, some of you are some in the same way. Like, if there's a way to do something more efficiently, you kind of really want to do it that way. You know? That's why I kind of need hardcore to play the game like this. Like, you could always play the game like this, right? You could always play with one life. You could just do that yourself. But I always needed that infrastructure, that community, that the incentives needed to align in order to play like this. So every time I made a guide, like even the TBC guides, talking about the future, every time I'd make these TBC guides, I would have to like forget that multi-boxing existed, because if you want to play the game and be like in that same realm of efficiency that you need to be in, you pretty much have to multi-box. So I don't know, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I'm very excited about this. Yeah. What do you guys think about this? Dual boxing is probably as far as one person can go effectively. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'll say, then I'll shut up forever about this because it seems like it's under control. But you can watch clips of me saying this. But to me, in my mind, multi-boxing has been like the most pay-to-win thing I could ever imagine. It would be more pay-to-win in my mind than going to a vendor and buying gear from a vendor. And I just say that because gold is the single biggest accelerator. You can use gold to pay for a carry through a raid. You can use it to pay for a rank in PvP. You can use it to accomplish your wildest dreams. So you just get a bunch of bazillion gold, and you can do it. Anyway, it's great news. Yo, good looks, Blizzard. Will this actually help prevent bots more effectively in the future? Remember when we were thinking about TBC, guys, where, you know, launch day comes for TBC, you walk through the dark portal, and you look around you and you see multi-box teams all over the place, and they're like, everybody, not everybody, but more ever than in WoW history, you see these multi-box teams go right into the dungeons and grind their way up to 70, and that's no longer going to be the case. That's really great. Yeah. Yo, thank you for sharing that, man. Boosting should be destroyed as well. Well, Blizzard has the ability to, like, they could just make the dungeon XP rates a bit lower. So if you have a 60 in the group, that the XP rates are reduced massively, right? Because maybe Dungeon Cleave is kind of cool. Like, Dungeon Cleave, I think, should be viable. I mean, what do you guys think about this? But it's really the fact of dungeon boosting when you're totally AFK and that it becomes kind of really, like, feels bad, you know? If people get a proper melee cleave or a spell cleave together, and they go through the dungeons with finesse, and they plan it all out, all the pulls, and they sit there together and level, in a 5-man, not in a 10-man. Like, if you remember at the beginning of Classic launch, it was all 10-man. I'm saying, like, 5-man. That's not a bad look. Imagine if you had a level 60 in the party, the XP you get is cut in half. So you still would get XP. And you could still boost in the sense of you could try to get your alt, like a nice gear, like a Herod Shoulder or a Ravager or something. It should not be possible to share XP with a player 10 levels past the lowest level. I don't know why they allowed this in the first place. Yeah, I mean, that's how it was back in the day, though, so they were just going no changes with it. But, abusing pathing? Oh, yeah, like the reset spots and all that. That's what people, like, people boosted then, too. They did, but that doesn't mean... They boosted, but I don't think anybody back in the day was doing, like, Mara 1 pulls, were they? I don't think so, man. 360 mobs at the same time, and just sitting AFK the whole time. I think people boosted, but it wasn't like that. I mean, you get, don't you? I mean, how much? Oh yeah, yeah, bow shot, thank you. Oh, we got his hands on the Ice Barb Spear. We just queued up AV, man. It took us 2 tries. Should just put a group level patch so players with X amount of levels can group up to dungeons so people can't boost. Yeah. I mean, that's, for the longest time, remember we were saying, guys, like, yo, Blizzard will never ban multi-boxing. It really took the wind out of my sails more than any individual factor. Even more so than the botting. And I know this is kind of like a winky hot take, but, you know, botting is bad too, for sure, but I don't think it has the potential to damage the economy and server as much as like, the ability to, like, go and just one-shot a Frost Giant and make, like... I mean, how much can you make multi-boxing gold per hour? Don't you make, like, thousands, essentially? Like, maybe, like, 700 to 1,000 gold an hour? That's stupid. That's just next level. Did you just hide in the cave in AV? That was my first thought, to hide in the cave, but then people started to get kind of mad. They're like, yo, report the cave sitters and stuff. So I realized pretty quickly you have to leave the cave or you're going to get reported and you're going to get kicked out of the beach anyway. So I just killed wolves. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, man. Oh, shit. We have to kill these guys for the Dawn of a Snowden quest. Alright. Pathfinder, then watch with Totemics. Yeah, I need all these. I need to clear my inventory, though. Let me go to Everlook and try to get the major healing potion recipe. That is great news, man. You guys just made my day. You just made my week. That's insane.
Fresh meat.
What widespread botting and gold selling was one of the main reasons I stopped playing. It really killed the experience for me. Yep. Yup. I mean, that's. I'm also thinking about it more. I mean, yeah, people sold gold back in the day. People boosted. Remember WoW Glider? People used WoW Glider back in the day. People boosted, but doesn't mean that's in the best interest of the game. You know, the game feels good when getting to 60 is a little bit of an accomplishment. Like, you can't just have a 60 of every class. You make 0 sense. You boost and complain like you had to boost to play the game. I don't know if you're talking to me or who. You boost, then complain like you had to boost to play the game. I'm trying to make sense of that, but I can't. But there are things I regret, if that's what you're implying. Like going back to Classic Launch. I don't know if, I mean... I don't know if I regret them, though, because I wouldn't have this... I don't know, it was kind of fun. Do you really regret what we did on Classic Launch, guys? A lot of you guys were there, right? Like, you were dungeon boosting with 10 people. Like, that was just kind of the table stakes during the time. You just learn from it. You learn from it as a community. Like, you know, do I actually... When I say do I regret dungeon boosting up to 10, you know, or dungeon cleaving up to 10? If I could do it all over again, would I just level by myself out in the open world in the context of a PvP server on launch? I don't know if I would have preferred that either. Yeah. I'm glad I quested and leveled up the normal way. That's crazy. Just curious, what non-hardcore characters do you have from before HC? I have a Warlock, I have a Mage, I have a Paladin, and a Druid. What mods we have here? Awesome looking. Yo, type !UI, Saya, and you'll get a link to a video tutorial that shows all the mods, how to set it up, all that good stuff. Yeah, we just went over it, Lugs. Big hype, big hype. That's awesome, man. Every time we brought up multi-boxing on every podcast, am I like the biggest broken record when it comes to multi-boxing? Guys, it's like a meme at this point. People are like, yo, just shut up, Cargo's already about the multi-boxing. Like, shut the hell up, dude. They're never gonna do anything about it. Multi-boxing was always in the game. It always will be in the game. Been a freaking broken record for like a year. How hyped would you be if Blizzard actually introduced an Iron Man mode? Oh yeah, that'd be great. Someday. I don't think boosting is that harmful, to be honest, but the only thing that gets me about it is the gold.
Fresh meat.
Have they removed the instant spawn outside the northwest cave in Winter Spring? That patrol that goes from the cave all the way to the main camp east. What do you mean instant spawn? Oh, what?
Hey Cargos, out of all the classes, which class makes you feel the most badass, straight up powerful? Hope you are doing well and staying safe during these crazy times.
Yo, Dylan, thanks for the 10. Which class makes me feel super powerful?
Fresh meat.
Alright, that's different for me. The class that makes me feel most badass, I will tell you, is a hunter. Like, all day, every day, Monday through Sunday, 365. They just look amazing. Like a tier 1 hunter on a black raptor or the orange raptor. You know, and the giant stalker orc hunter. I mean, that's just as badass as it gets for me. But in terms of how powerful, I would say I never felt more powerful ever playing WoW than playing a warlock in vanilla. I'm speaking mainly on the PvP side of things, but they really are just like the heavyweight champion of 1v1 PvP. I don't know why that means a lot to me, but it kind of does. I like being able to defend myself out in the world. If somebody tries to mess with you, you're always favored as a warlock to win. There's really no class in my mind, based on my playstyle, because I like playing Soy Link. I like playing. I don't play the Destro too much. So I never felt more powerful than playing a warlock in vanilla. You're always favored. Any plans on releasing the video of the AV you did for IBS? I mean, after we get 60, if we get 60, I can go through it for you and skip through it if you want. It's not really exciting. I'm just basically hiding in a little teepee and killing the occasional wolf. So it wasn't some epic battle. Warlock in TBC is amazing. Oh yeah, Warlock in TBC is gross, man. Super high damage. We did this TBC podcast last night where it was a Karazhan deep dive. If you want to check it out, it's on my YouTube channel. And pretty much, you know how you always hear that hunters have the best damage and warlocks. Well, that's